教授们好，我是惠文高中杨明恩 and today I'm going to talk about the making of my automatic learning project. Motive. I was always interested in psychology. I found out from the books I read, videos I watch, and then my family has also influenced me of wanting to discover more about psychology. My mom is a very emotional person. She's very sensitive about things, and sometimes she overreacts to them. My dad is the polar opposite, and that triggers me to want to know the reason why different people react so differently to the same problem. MBTI is one of the main things that brought me deeper into the psychology world. It has been very popular during the past few years, and I'm always very open about discovering more of myself in different ways. So I decided to dig deeper into the psychology world with MBTI. Research methods. During the investigation, I read a book about the history of MBTI called The Personality Brokers, 性格贩子, and it helped me a lot to understand the background of MBTI. For understanding the details, what each letter in each personality type stands for, I go through websites like 16 Personalities, Human Metrics, Truity, and much more. Which there are also very good test websites for you to test your MBTI. I got the most knowledge about MBTI from YouTube videos on a channel called Sherry's Notes. She breaks down the personalities one by one, introducing their strengths and weaknesses, their flow of mind, how others see them, and much more. One of the most helpful points in her videos is the advice she gave to each of the personality types based on her professional background. After learning some basic backgrounds, I choose to make a manual to conclude what I learned. I used Canva for making the manual, Wikipedia for more precise and detailed descriptions, personality database to find a celebrity MBTI twin. And by gathering all those information and knowledge, I finally finished my project. What I learned and discovered. From doing the research, I learned a very important point about MBTI and also a main point in psychology. MBTI was not seen as a scientific tool in psychology. It was in fact seen as pseudoscience and was often compared to astrology. And you can see the same misconception in psychology too. Psychology was not widely accepted as science, and because of that, there are many fake articles written under the name of psychology. Another thing that I learned from this project is that in different situations or mindsets, your actions may differ from usual, and your MBTI result would change because it's not like how you usually handle things. But your MBTI would only change in a matter of time, and because there's something abnormal to the usual, the original MBTI wouldn't change. And this also causes much misconceptions. People take the test over and over again, and the results are not the same, and the descriptions to the new MBTI will suddenly occur to how they think and how they do things. Improvements. For personal improvements on this project, I learned how important is it to not procrastinate. I had this idea of doing research on MBTI months before I really started. This makes me tight on time. Although I'm still satisfied with my work, I still wish I could have more time to not work under pressure because that can easily make my work efficiency slower. I only read one book about MBTI. I originally planned two, which is about the history of MBTI. I wasn't expecting to read about that, although eventually helped me a lot with my project. I actually plan to read about analysis of each personality type, which I end up getting the information from YouTube videos and online resources. I still got very detailed theories though, but I think I will learn best if I read a book along with it, since I was it was always how I learn and learn best. Conclusion: through this project, I learned a lot about MBTI and psychology. My family's personality differences made me curious about why people react differently to the same situation. MBTI helped me explore this, but I also discovered that it is not seen as a scientific tool and it is often compared to astrology. This made me realize how psychology itself faces many misunderstandings, and it's important to question information rather than believe it blindly. I also learned that MBTI results can change based on the person's mindset or situation, leading to confusion. People often retake the test and get different results, but these shifts are usually temporary. This made me reflect on how personality is more complex than a simple test result. Looking back, I realized I need to manage my time better. I had this project idea for months but started late, which made me feel rushed. I also planned to read two books but only finished one. Even though I'm happy with my work, I know following my original plan would have helped me learn more deeply. Overall, this project helped me understand MBTI, this the misconception in psychology, and the importance of critical thinking. It was a great experience, and I hope to keep exploring psychology in the future. Thank you for listening, and this is the QR code for my project.